Welcome to Roll With It, your go-to podcast for all things cannabis. We're your hosts, Julie Stevens and Brittany Guthrie, bringing you our unfiltered opinions on everything cannabis and all its latest trends. Yeah, we're going to be exploring the world of cannabis with industry leaders, celebrities, distinguished stoners, the works. That's me. So grab your snacks, grab your weed, and let's roll with it. Okay, today is a special episode, and please, everybody, have patience with us because this is our intro episode, and we want to let you guys know a little bit about ourselves before we start interviewing and sharing the industry with you guys. So, first thing first, first question we've got: who is Julie? Y'all already know, but I am excited to kind of deep dive into just myself and letting you guys know who I am. I've been in the industry for 10 years now, and mostly retail management and bud tender work, which has been a lot of fun. But over the past few years, just posting at stores that I've been at and posting funny reels, and I've kind of found a passion for entertainment. And I feel like we've found a road that we can travel down together and make this fun. Cannabis needs to be fun. That's my problem. My apologies, excuse me. That's my problem is that it's gotten so stale. So I'm here to cause some ruckus, y'all. Yeah, I think so. Just bringing back a little bit of that sparkle and humor that, we were so proud of when we were just silly stoners. So I don't want to lose that. Okay, thank you, Julie. What I think the most important question is, who is Brittany? Who is Brittany Guthrie? Who am I? Yeah, I've been around cannabis since I was about 15, so that's 18 years now. And I joined the legal industry almost right away. Worked in retail, procured real estate for a company. We got into product development. Worked with lots of different provinces, worked with legislative groups, worked with municipalities. I've just done a little bit of a lot of things, and yeah, it's been quite an interesting journey. I most recently have been doing events and conferences, and we consider ourselves, consumption specialists to some degree. We have dab bars, bevy bars, topical bars. So we've really been exploring what the consumption and consumer interaction experiences are going to be. And of course, most recently, joining Julie here and doing a podcast. It's kind of insane, and the reactions have been fucking hilarious. Let's be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Shoot, I'm gonna be real. But shit has been very interesting. I think honestly, listening to you describe like where you come from and all that kind of brings me to the question of how the fuck did we meet? Because you come from such a different background, and I mostly come from retail, like working behind the counter. So how the hell did we meet? Yeah. Who let us sit in the same room together? Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad someone did. Yeah. Shout out to book club. It's the only time I've shouted you out. Yeah. Well, I think honestly, like you knew who I was, I knew who you were. And just from online presence and just obviously both a passion to stir up some shenanigans as we go along. I think that's sort of the charm of us both coming from very like redneck small town. You just have a natural connection. You understand each other. Yeah, it was that book club. That was like the first time we saw each other, and your face was priceless. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Listen, it was I was happy to meet you. Yeah. It was good. I was happy to meet you. I was a little bit intimidated, mainly because you know what? I think I just had high respect for you, and I heard a lot of good things from people about you. So I was just like, holy shit, this like high level chick wants to talk to me. Okay. Hi. Yeah, no, I was excited to meet you too, and I'm flattered that you thought that I was just some like high level person. I don't ever really I don't know. I don't look at it that way. I think that's just, it brings out such a unique, diverse crowd of people. And you never know if somebody's just like they're just as a stoner friend or bud tender, or if they're a CEO of something. Like, you just never know who you're meeting and the potential that they have in the future. So I don't know. I just don't. That's so funny you thought of it that way, because I was just like, yo, what's up?
I know. And I was like, hello.
That's your retail voice. Hello.
Yeah, it was my retail voice.
You've never heard it? It's scary, guys.
I think most people have heard it.
It's wild. First time I heard it, I was just like,
oh,
what's that?
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So somebody comes in for their fucking shitty disty sticks. And I'm like, hey, how are you? How's your day? What are you looking for? How can I help you?
That's it right there.
And it's like,
so weird.
ugh. But yeah, no, it was I really enjoyed meeting you. So it was nice to finally put a face to the name.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, it was awesome. I remember there was a couple people around. We got introduced, and then I was like, hey, you want to go hotbox the bathroom?
You know what? I had a few people look at me when we were going in there.
And then like, I work that fast.
Yeah, no, exactly. I do work that fast. Don't worry about it. Sorry, Adolfo.
Oh, man.
But no, it was kind of funny. Yeah, and yeah, we hotboxed the bathroom, got to know each other. It was a really good conversation. And honestly, now that I know you, I'm like, fuck, that was intimidating by you. Fucking be intimidated by me.
Little heart to heart in there, though.
No, it was a very nice heart to heart. And honestly, it was the first time I think in this industry I had another woman come up to me and take me aside and actually give me the talk that you did. And
I'm so ballsy like that. Hey, I'm like,
No.
nice to meet you. I'm gonna just tell you what to do with your life now.
Yeah, no, I you know what? I genuinely enjoyed it because I felt like it was the first time a woman has actually reached out and tried to connect with me and just try and give me good advice. I find a lot of the time, unfortunately, it doesn't matter, which gender, but it's just a lot of whispers in my ears. So it was nice to finally have someone take me aside and try and get to know me and also just give me a good pep talk.
Yeah. And I don't think I meant it as a pep talk. Like,
No.
it was more just like, hey, I get you. Like,
Yeah.
you're vibrant and you're, an easy, lovable character. But you're also a human.
Yeah.
You also have tough days. You also have feelings. And it's like, where do you draw that line, and how, don't lose yourself in that process, and don't let other people bully you into something you're not, because the higher you climb, the more and more people are coming for you. So I think you and I both were sort of creating that foreshadowing moment for what we led up to today, which it's not been a smooth ride.
I was gonna say it's been a few years of
yeah.
You know what? Again, we're all human, but yes, it hasn't been the smoothest ride, but I'm happy that we've taken the steering wheel and we're trucking along now.
Yeah. I am still going to call you out, though. You didn't even finish the joint with me. You bailed. We were hotboxing the bathroom. This did happen while we're having this heart to heart. And you're like, yeah, I got to go.
Listen, again, this comes back to me being like, oh my God, I can't believe this high level chick. I got to go.
I've done that with a few people. I love, book club was fun, but I don't know, going in the bathroom and hotboxing that little thing and just going out and being really fucking high.
I can't remember, but someone asked me, they're like, why did you guys need to lock the door?
So that the smoke didn't get out. We didn't want somebody accidentally opening the door.
Thank you. I just need to clear up some things because listen, we're gonna edit that out. But yeah, it was fun, and it led up to this.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What's the plan for Roll With It? Roll With It Entertainment. What are we doing? What are we?
We're a podcast. We're here to entertain. And that's going to be through workshops. It's going to be through road trips. It's going to be through smoking weed, which I'm most excited for.
Yes, there will be weed smoking, but more importantly, it's, we're creating a channel that we will upload not only our podcast, but workshops and collaborations with other people in the industry, We do go to a lot of events. We host a lot of events. So really good insight there. We will be hitting the road, traveling quite a bit over the next few years. So, it's been really fun being a part of the BC culture, but I think that we have a lot to learn and a lot of growth that needs to happen beyond our province. So we want to just kind of document that as we go and maybe educate from a perspective that's still quite novice, and silly and entertaining, and just, get a little weird about it.
Yeah.
No?
No, I freaking agree. So pack up your bags. You're coming on the road with us. Let's go.
Yeah. No, it's going to be super fun. I don't know. I think more importantly, there's a lot of really incredible people we've met along our journey, and a lot of people that we're going to be visiting. And, not everyone has that luxury or time to do that. So if there are requests or interests and things, like, we're always happy to see if we can accommodate. I think as well as we're going to be bringing a lot of people in that are consumers. We're going to be going to a lot of age-gated consumer events and seeing where we can, bring cannabis presence there. I think it's important to get their perspective and spend some time interviewing them, and having some musicians and artists and chefs and things like that on the podcast that just have a deep passion for cannabis. It doesn't always have to be business. The plant has meant so much more to me than that. So that's what I'd like to capture on here. I know you'll be doing you.
You already know what's up. I think this is what makes this interesting. I love our banter, but I also love that we have a very different approach sometimes towards things.
Yeah.
However, we reel it on up, put it together, and we make that entertainment. But yes, I'm going to do me. And I love you so much for accepting that.
Yeah, of course.
And it's going to be fun. And I'm just, honestly, I'm really hoping to accomplish more of a connection with the growers. I've met a lot of different growers in this time where we've, announced our podcast, and also just connecting with others on the island. And that's awesome to me, because I literally, I come from retail. So I've just been behind the counter and just trying to entertain all of you online. But it's been awesome getting to know people beyond the counter.
Yeah, you need to get out of there sometimes. Although I envy you, because you are getting those like firsthand analytics of what people are requesting and looking for, like what motivates a consumer to buy a product, because they don't have the same perspective we do. We know some of these stories. We love some of these growers and processors, and there's biases that's within this industry. So what's it like when you're actually interacting with consumers?
Oh man.
What's the juice?
You know what? It is really neat, because the more connections I make from over the years, I'm able to share these stories. So I'm excited to obviously meet other people and meet new people, because I can bring this back to consumers. And since I've started working with the shop that I do, their customer base was just very like, oh, I'm gonna buy the cheapest, whatever. But in my year there, I've been able to share all sorts of stories, and now people are wanting to support those craft growers and support those small family businesses. Like, we finally brought in Dabble Cannabis and their concentrates, and that was something that was, a little bit, we had to think about it. Just, pricing and all of that, but letting people know like their different, like their extraction methods, how they grow it, and like just their story, that really intrigues the customer base, and it makes them want to support that, because BC is very heavy on that, which I respect quite a bit. So
yeah, I have spent some time sitting in your shop though, and there still are a lot of the what's your cheapest pre-roll, like that seems to still be a common one. But is that not kind of the norm in any industry when you're shopping? Like, you're gonna want to know what the cheapest item is?
No, that's very true. And like, obviously there's always going to be that market, but I've definitely noticed a significant change in a lot of those what's your cheapest to wanting to try something new when we bring it in. You know, we started bringing in, like I said, Dabble. We started bringing in Royal Harvest. And although it is just a lot of the pre-rolls, because that's kind of what our clientele asks for, but they're just interested. We brought in VCC, Kootenai Cultivar, Antidote, and these are things
I
that
love the Antidote brands.
me
yeah.
too. Shout out to Shannon. But yeah, no, it's definitely awesome, and I feel very accomplished, especially with the knowledge that I've gained, and I'm able to share that with people.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a huge difference in the customer base here. Like, they were very hesitant on bringing these things in, but I was like, no, I truly believe, you know, with the knowledge I have, and I'm able to share that with my team as well, and, you know, helping my manager out with that, it's definitely made a difference, which is amazing to see, because I want to see the small guys grow. I want to see them up there. I want to hold them loud and proud on my shoulder, because these are the people that have really worked their asses off. So, and yeah, that's, I mean,
that was quite the kiss ass speech. Well done.
You know what? I try.
Somebody's fishing for some samples.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Jeff. Hey there.
No, but it is true. Like, we, as in BC, have that unique opportunity to have the growers directly work with the retailers. And even though we're paying astronomical amounts of taxes to the government, you know, we still can count our blessings a little bit that they're able to, you know, go in hand and deliver their products straight to the retailer, and that story can then be relayed and to the consumer. And yeah, there is a lot of people that look for that, or just need to be educated as well. Like, most of them, like, I remember running stores in the first couple of years of legalization. It was just like,
I don't even want to talk about it. Honestly,
it was just insane, the requests that people had coming from all different directions, and not being able to accept the fact that this was now just a retail shop.
You know what? I do have a funny story to add on to that, because when I first got into the industry, I started working with a legacy store, and they were opening up and rebranding themselves as a legal store. And the first week I was in there, I had one of their previous vendors. We called them vendors back in the day. So one of their previous vendors came in, and he already knew me from the shop that I managed back in the day. And he just comes in with this big bag of weed. It's like fresh legalization. He comes in, he actually didn't realize they've rebranded as a legal store. He thought they just reopened. And so he comes in, he's like, "Oh, shit, Julie, how's it going? I got good weed to show you today." He starts ripping this bag. I was like, "Dude, you cannot
just
do
there
that."
to push packs.
And I mean, his weed is amazing, but it was just so funny because I was like, "Ziggy, you can't do that." He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Dude," and I had to explain the whole thing to him. Like, we can't do that anymore. I would love to see your weed and put it in a jar right there in front of you and give you some money, but it just, it was very stressful for the first little bit.
Yeah. Because you didn't know if the whole operation was going to be shut down because of that one moment. And there's so many opportunities for human error.
Yes.
In the first few years. Still is, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately there is. But yeah, that was when the owner came in and I told her, it was like, we were both like, "Oh my God." Luckily she laughed about it and was like, "Oh, okay, I'm glad you had that talk with him."
Well, and I found like a lot of consumers would just purchase the product and then open it right away. That was just a natural instinct. They wanted to know what they just bought, and to have to push them out of the store at the beginning there, I felt it just felt weird because it was so soulless of an experience. You weren't selling product, you were selling a bag. And they mostly were white at the time. Like all the Mylar bags, it was just like white on shelves.
Yeah, it was very challenging, and I think it was a lot. But thankfully, actually, I did have a coworker that really kind of taught me a lot of that, because he was already in the legal market for about a year. It took me about a year, you guys, to jump into wanting to join the legal market. But luckily, I had a friend that I was working with they have already been in it. And so teaching me a lot of that, how to read a freaking label again. You know, like I didn't know how they were doing the math to get that. It was the complete opposite of how we used to do the math for capsules.
Yeah.
On how to tell the consumer. And it was a lot, but I'm very grateful for him. And yeah, I want to actually give him a shout. Jeff from Avenue, you were the man. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it took a lot of learning and just.
They were right. We did need math.
I mean, yeah, you're.
You wanted to be a pot dealer. You better stay in school and learn your math, kids.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got a solid C-, so I knew what a quarter was, and an eighth and an eighth equals a quarter.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
But yeah, very interesting at the beginning. But it's I've loved watching the evolution of this industry. So
Yeah.
It's just getting better, y'all.
I still think about smell jars. I think about what if COVID never happened? Would smell jars be the thing? Would everybody be using smell jars? Because I very rarely see them anymore.
I think there's a few stores that actually do that still.
Yeah.
I'm actually not going to list them off because I'm not completely sure, but I have seen that online in Vancouver. There are some stores that still do that,
Yeah.
which I kind of run into problems with at my own store because then people kind of come in expecting that.
Yeah.
Which I applaud the stores that are doing that, though. That really keeps the standards high. And
Yeah, it costs money.
It does cost money.
And
that's
it doesn't
the problem.
last forever. And even just the lighting in some of these stores cause this discoloration on the buds and stuff. Like it just doesn't look appealing for very long. And I'd say most consumers wouldn't even close the little clasp. Like once they open it to smell it, they just put it back down, walk away. So
yeah, you got to be on top of that.
Yeah, it's costly, and it's just another task added on to the ridiculous amount of things that it takes to run these stores. So yeah, but we could reminisce for hours, I'm sure.
Like, I need a little cloud and then a little clip of me back in the day.
Yeah.
Weighing up weed.
Oh, the good old days. Okay, we have one final question. I like this one. What do we hope to accomplish this next year? So maybe you start just like business but personal side as well, like more what you want to accomplish, and then maybe we'll hear from me first time.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we don't
if you let me.
Yeah, no, I hope in the next year, 2 years, I want to accomplish just finding myself more and finding my voice and my confidence, and also just, again, like having a presence. And I think that's very important to me because I have been here for 10 years and I have really done the work, and whether it be from retail or bud tending or just putting myself out there and helping brands get out there with my silliness or just anything like that. I think I definitely deserve that. Yeah. And I'm really excited to put the work in and find myself. So
yeah, you've lost your way and you're gonna find yourself.
No, I really
Tofino's good for that.
I really have. And I've felt it over the past year or two, and I'm finally starting to feel like myself again and gaining that confidence, and this is who I am. So I'm excited to show you guys this.
Yeah, well, it should be fun. I think for me, I mean, I definitely can relate to that. Like, I think I'll always be sort of figuring myself out and how to be a better version of myself, and, you know, rectify mistakes and grow. But at the same time, there's this other side of me that's just like, let's fucking do this. Like, being on the island, I'm just gonna get a little crazy, and that rebellious side is coming back out. That I don't give a fuck side is coming back out, and I'm really loving trying to balance the two. And
I gotta find that balance.
Yeah, but that's how we got here. Like, weed was not legalized because we all were like, pretty please, like, if you really are passionate about something, nothing's gonna get in your way. And there's so much to be done that just having a larger audience to share the shenanigans with is what I'm here for. So you know, wakey guys, it's time to get going on some bigger stuff, and we welcome anybody. We can't wait to share everybody that's going to be on the show. yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So you might have to keep your eye on me too.
Oh, I know. It's a little back and forth, but that's why we're here to kind of just keep each other on track and blow this shit up.
Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's do some good shit. Let's get into some crazy shit.
No, let's do some good shit. Let's highlight the people that deserve to be highlighted, including ourselves, but most importantly, the craft growers that I want to see fucking blow up.
Samples from.
Don't tell them on camera. But no, I want to see y'all succeed. When I succeed, when you succeed, it's just makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I concur.
You use too many big words. I got to keep a dictionary.
I don't even know what half them mean anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I just
heard. I heard it one time.
Yeah, right. You heard it on a YouTube video, and you liked it.
Just wait. I got a few more written on my arm here. Anyway, okay. I think that's good for us. I've been loving to get to know you, Julie. Finally, we get to know each other, eh? She doesn't like my sense of humor. That's fine.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I really no, honestly, I do, and it's gonna be fucking fun.
Yeah,
and I feel like we do. Yeah, it's gonna be a good back and forth, and let's fucking buckle up, y'all.
Yeah,
because we're about to piss some people off, mostly me, and I'm here to not care. Okay, bye.
Oh my god.